My people, now good evening for here. Today we get for our studio one of our big brother will be say in our talking that do for inside health matter. And this person they talk about so not be small man for the issue because they're get many things we be saying get for mind. We be saying go let us know today. So this person they talk about so now one family will be say we know well. This one from the family of Liberty. When we talk about Liberty, the family we will know for those people will be say, if they play music well that time will be say they shake everywhere. So Mr. Nosa Liberty, you are welcome to Urban Land TV and radio station.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You do well.
You're welcome. Not be sporting. So as we start now, first of all, I bet we would like you to tell us your full name and what you do.
Well, my full name now, my real full name now, Nosa Aigbe Liberty, and I be doctor for America.
Not be sporting though. My people are here also. Not before Nigeria, not before Africa, say not for America, and I be doctor. So those one I should say get big things for mind for us. Now the next question I be say, what did make you decide to be doctor? If you tell us,
Yeah,
family, those they have play guitar where they have play drum, not be small thing. But you call decide, say, I want to be doctor. What did make you decide that trade? What we say you do now?
Yeah, that one a good question. You know, like you said, you know, when you say liberty, everybody know liberty say music that they play. You know, I mean the most famous one where we get now Felix Liberty, and then we have Lucky Liberty, then Agbe Liberty, the senior brother himself, and my dad actually John Agbe Liberty, he was also into the music stuff, and that time he I think he was a producer too. So when you say liberty, you know, as you talked before, everybody understands in music, but the Liberty family, we pass music. You know, it's not just music. You know, we have doctors like me. We have
Now,
engineers.
what you happen? You first tell us about your own first because we come there later. You first tell
Okay.
us about your own first. What you make you start that doctor degree?
Okay,
That's how we
you know,
want to hear first.
that's good. Well, thank you. You know, I did very small then, very small. When they call me Dr. Nosa, Dr. Nosa, Dr. Nosa, I was probably around 2, 3 years old. So and that stuff come follow me. You know, it's I think that it talks just be whatever you wish for yourself. Or when somebody wish good thing for you, you take them to heart, and then you study hard, and you actually actualize that dream. So actually, ever since I heard Dr. Nosa, I never want to be anything again. It has to be, I must be a doctor or I die. You know, but when I saw that the road is a very difficult road, but we stuck it up. So I just say, because number one, that name fit me well, Dr. Nosa. And number two, you know, when you see, and then growing up, and then you don't realize what it means to be doctor, and you see, you know, many things around you, and people that die for what they're not supposed to die for, and like cholera, malaria, and all those, TB and all those things. So it just make me, say, you know what? I think this not be joke anymore. This is real, because I have a lot, to bring to the society. So that was the reason why I just say, you know what? Since the name is already there, let me just go ahead and and further my studies and become a medical doctor.
You do well. Now, the next question can be say, what thing make you now? As since when we say, don't already tell us what thing make you become the medical doctor, which now doctor degree, not a small thing. So now, if you tell us, since when you start this practice?
For America here, their school is very different. Once you finish high school, you have to go to what we call college and a home now university. So they break them into different places. You have to go 4 years, for college, and then 4 years for the medical school, and after that you have to do another what we call residency to put you into your specialty. For that takes another between three to takes another between 3 to 6 years. So if you count my without counting my schooling, I've been a doctor now for about 10 years. If you add my schooling to that, it's been a long time, but actively about 10 years.
You do well. This one I sure say the experience what we say you get for inside this matter, not be small one. Because for person to therefore inside this same matter for the years when they talk about, so you should say you get something where we say big for mind, where we say you want to tell us. So now another thing where we say we say you don't marry.
Happily.
Because why would they ask that question? We say a lot of people they talk and say to get doctor, to come enter doctor, this field what we say they talk about. So the years where it is, so people say go decide say I don't go marry again. That make us ask the question.
Yeah, people they decide not to, but I did. I've been married for about 8 years now, and I have a very loving and very understanding wife. So if she herself, she's a pharmacist, so she understands. She understands the ropes. So yeah, so I'm happy.
Very well, very well, very well. So now the next question we say they ask can be say because you don't tell us now as the school take long. So now we're not going to ask that one again. So another question we'll ask you can be say if you tell us now we come to the question where we say we're supposed to ask you want answer us before. If you tell us about your family background, because you don't start time, so one would be you talk and finish now.
But sure. My family background, I think that's my family. It's a well-known family for Benin. Who don't know Agbe for Benin? The be say not be Benin for grow up. Like we talked earlier. Now because of the musical stuff, that bring our family come out. So I think that's a good thing, and we are very appreciative of that. But now, when you come down, like I said before, we have doctor in the family, and we have engineers. We have many different kinds of folks in the family because it's a very very large family, very big family. And that will come from, So I'm proud. I'm proud to be from that family because at the end of the day you are as good as your family make you to be, and having those family members, even we still have. As a matter of fact, all my uncles and everybody, Kinley Felix Liberty, and everybody in the US, so we have that family connection and that family dynamics. And I think we did grow up now. I think the goal for us be say, to continue to elevate the family, home and abroad. In addition, to make sure we don't forget where we come from, which is another reason why make me they do, waiting they do so.
Good. We don't hear how you see them now. So now you don't touch more for inside that matter now. Say the reason why you did do waiting they say you did do so. So we want make you tell us now how you want to help Edo people with this health care. We would want to start to talk about now. How you want to help them?
It's very at times it's sad, to see people suffer from or die from something they're not supposed to die from. It's very sad. At the same time, it's also very sad that we have some of these resources at home, but we don't use it wisely. We don't use them, where they're supposed to use them. Okay, so which is why, my project came on top. The name of my project because Project Health Africa. I think the main goal is to have these little medical clinics, and then also as a big hospital, for those states. When I want to start this program, then many people tell me, they say, this thing where you want to do, so you want to go do one for Benin. Why you not go Lagos, go do one? Why you not go Abuja, go do one? Not there money days. I tell them, I understand where they come from. I tell them, so not do well, But I was born in a village in Benin. Okay, I am from Edo State. I did not, so even though I know, say, in money, they Lagos and they Benin, but if this thing where I want to see, if I do it for Benin, people they come from everywhere. Okay, now Benin, now I do go use them better. And besides, I don't know anybody from Lagos. I don't know anybody from Abuja. Edo is where I'm from, and I'm a very, very, I'm a very, very loyal person. And my grandmom, may I so rest in peace, used to say that,
Very
and I've
well.
really, really taken that part to heart, because you want, you know, I think there's the saying in Benin that a woman that this is my belief. Okay, so just to create this stuff, help people in need, and also making understand to people in power that if you come together, if everybody come together, put their head together, all these things when they wrong go America, so they wrong go London, they wrong go China, wrong go India. If we put our head together, now people from that side go to wrong company, come and do, come get this thing done. So that is the main reason. I know saying a big goal and a big ask and a big, project. But at the end of the day, you know, this is the thing, and this is the place I want to make it known. Okay, and people they suffer. The way people with the Abuja or Lagos want enjoy. Now, so people with they beneath the suffer. So how come why can I use that my expertise to come in and help those where really need them instead of taking it to those where want them? So those are two different, those are two different things. So there's somebody in need and somebody who wants something. Those people want it because they can purchase it. Well, these people need it because they cannot afford it. Okay, so which is why really they come home. I want to do this thing for home. It is not gonna be easy, but I know my people they need that help. My people need that support, and my people, and they go benefit, from these things when it's done.
Very well, very well. That na true talk because we don't already reason with you now. Say this one a better thing we be saying you carry come our town. Because why? As you talk about stuff, everybody wants enjoyment. So don't be like with that. But another thing be say the question we would like to ask say, you see any area where you sure say these people, this one are the areas where people say they for really need this help. Because talk about stuff, you don't do some kind of small comparison now. People waiting for Abuja, for you don't know they don't fly, they don't fly come out. They look for better place to go. Why people the really they suffer the way you talk should not be small thing. So you get one area where we say you get for mind, say this area, I want to make I hold this area tight. Then I make sure say we do something for this area. Get any area for mind?
Yes, I do. I actually get to the three areas. The first one might be the village where they for bombing, Ikpako. And when I did them for bombing, and then the second place now, Iduwona, that's the village my grandmother, during a later part of her years, that there she stayed. Okay. And then the third one will be say this one the bigger one. Will be the main consulting center for the hospital. I won't do that one for inside Benin there, around that Bowo area of Wasota. So I don't get places mapped down where I won't do them for.
Very good, very good, very good. So another question now be say, as this government enter now, we now see as everybody they jump up and down. Say this government don't win. I don't first thing go, don't still come again. And this one I what we say we really need now. So for your mind now, you get any advice where you go like make you tell this government to do for this health matter for Edo State? Because as you come now, you want this project where you put for grant now. This gidigba thing we see you want full everywhere, you want to look for Edo there now. Because eyes go see you, this government will see you. So before you they enter now, before you they try to they put them for ground now, what do you advise you get to give them? first for what you concern heads for that Benin gone.
Yeah, thank you for that question. Actually, I think the very first time when this government come, and first of all, congratulations to him, and also congratulations to the opposition. Okay, that one are politics. That's how politics work. You will see a winner and you see a loser. Okay, me, I do not affiliate with anyone. So if I did Bini, I know who I go vote for. Okay, but all in all, I think he's back to power, and I think now it's time for everybody to put on for it back, make they do better thing, and what he say he won't do. Okay, now when he first come into power, actually, he came to America. So now I don't know if you will remember now, don't, now we help him organize the New York event where he do, because he went through a couple of states before he came to New York. I mean, the New York event we do now, we help him organize them. So I think that is that. And at that time, he talked and he had, he talked about many things where he want to, and I think he was, he was able to do some of them, but one thing I really the my main advice is that this guy should the governor should surround himself with people who know health matter, people who know what thing that they do, no people where okay, this one and my grandpapa and the college of now Uniben they teach medical school, so may come be this, may come no. Because as an innovative guy, if you're very, very innovative, you want to surround yourself with people who actually know what they're talking about. You want to, right, medicine they advance every time. Every time, and when I start to talk about waiting each of the equipment and each of the entities I want to do with my own big project, you will see. Okay, so I just hope that he surround himself, with all those people we know what thing that they do. All those people we know say, healthcare man not be small thing. I always say myself, this is my saying. I've always said that the well-being of a nation or the well-being of of a state, of anyone, actually depends on the well-being of the population. Because if everybody die finish, who you want govern? If everybody die finish, who go vote for you? If everybody die finish, who you want send message? Okay, so we have, so that's my thing. So I think if he's able to surround himself with people who can think forward and backward, okay, not just people who say, well, this is how we do it, this is how we now so we do it before, now so we do it before. No, the fact that you do it before like that, not me say that's the good way, so you really need to think outside the box. You really need to think about, because right now I don't even think there's any system of healthcare in that state at all. I mean, people will say they will do this, they will say, well, we get this one, we get that one. I think it was the previous administration come, the guy built Central Hospital here, built this and didn't finish, and so those are waste. Those are waste because you did not surround yourself with people who actually know what you want, who actually know what they're doing. That's the first thing. Because if you don't do that, you are in trouble. I told you before at the beginning, say, I don't marry. Now, for 8 years I'm married. And it's good, and I'm a very happily married man. Why? Why? Because my wife understands. Okay, she know what thing they happen. She know what thing they do, and I know what thing she they do, and she know what comes with it. You understand? So if you apply that to just natural life existence, to just natural, just basic, just basic acumen, you understand that if you don't surround yourself with people we know what thing they do, you're gonna, now you go benefit. But if you surround yourself with people we just not, they can't talk to you, you can't talk to them, then it's a disaster. That's really the main thing.
Good. Now, the thing they say, that was what you talk so, because it really makes sense for our ear. And it makes sure, I should say, it makes sense for everybody who be say in the look us right now. Because the thing now be say, they try to tell us now, say, for inside this project we open now, even people be say, they think, say, they not to get money like that, to be say, they go hospital. Now, with what you talk for, what you get for mine, now, you want to and be say, even the people be say, they not to do okay like that. They go still afford your treatment, to be say, you go to give them. Now, what you trying to tell us with that one?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Healthcare is not only for the wealthy. You understand? So, so if we do our own little part, our own small part, I did I can draw from my own family, experience. Okay. So if we do, the little one we won't do, this small boy not gonna die, or that pregnant woman not gonna die. They can't
Okay.
say, well, I don't want to go to the hospital because I don't have the money. No, there's going to be a system in place where we will treat these people first and then we'll talk about money later. Okay, this is how we
Okay.
do it. This is how we do it, in US here. Anybody come hospital, you say you don't treat them, you're in trouble. Okay, you're in trouble. But there at home, I understand this situation. I understand that if you say this one free, it will be a mess. There's going to be a system in place where you cannot be refused care, even if you not get money, even if you not get this. But we'll treat you. We'll see what we have to do, and then we'll take it from there. And at some point, though, I think the goal, is to also, try to involve the government in some sort of category and say, hey, you know what? This is what we did do since. We've treated this many people, they don't get money. We've treated this many people, they don't get money. Now, so what is your plan, to actually benefit, what thing can be your plan where you want to benefit people, where not fit go hospital, people will not fit afford healthcare. Okay. So at some point, we have to bring some other folks in, like the government, so that we can talk. Now make me talk earlier be say, that make me talk earlier before say, if the administration puts surround himself with people who know what they do, so we don't even shouldn't we wouldn't have a problem trying to collaborate when the time comes.
The reason why we dey talk this one, I be say, as a big, because you don't say now the network that she calls just now. So as a
Yeah.
big now, so we don't see am say you don't talk everything finish. And I so it won't be. Because why? The government they themselves, what did they get for mind? Maybe another different thing entirely. But with this advice you can't give now, you should say you get big things for mind. Let me say you want to leave, put for ground. And we pray many people say you put for ground. So make it work. Why? Because it will help people. Don't be like you talk. People many will be say it really need them. Not be small thing. People many will be say it really need them. So the last thing will be say we can't ask now. For all the time we say we can't talk, we don't talk since now. What thing you can't get now to tell this media what for the talk now will be Urban Land Magazine TV Radio. And also the client will be say, even right now, here we day will be say, then they constantly say, this person now see the kind of money will be say get. So with the patronize them and they help us with the treatment will be say they give us. So what you get for mind will be say you go tell them.
Yeah. First of all, for you, Mr. Mosiko, right? Your urban land, I want to thank you for bringing this stuff up. And I think one thing where people don't understand be say, I just talked just now when people say go do Abuja, go do Lagos and stuff, but for us Benin, for us the Edo people, and specifically Benin, we did many for everywhere, but unfortunately we not get voice, to talk come out. We not get that spotlight. So I think this platform where you come open, so hopefully go give many of us, the platform to make our voice come out, to make sure say even the people where they at Benin, they Germany, they London, they everywhere, they go they know say this kind of thing they exist. Because one thing this thing they do, there I will tell you now, say I'm not the only one with this idea. I'm definitely not the only one. I'm not going to be the last one. But when people start to listen to this and they see him, they say, you know what? This guy have this same thing in mind. Let me reach out to Oberland. Let me get his contact. Let me see what I can do and how we can cooperate. So this platform, I just pray say God go help you to continue to do, what thing they do, because this is the only way I do people and Benin people go come out and say, okay, well, there's really I'm not the only one out there. There's somebody out there who's thinking like me. Let me see what we'll do. We will take reach other people. So thank you so much for that.
Good.
Um, for the
To your
second,
clients now.
yeah, to the
Don't
class.
don't forget them.
Yeah, we're not gonna forget them, because now because of them, now they hear they talk. Okay, now because of them, so make them listen, And I think the other, make them listen, make them know, say somebody get their matter for mind. Okay, I not be God. Okay, and I not be God, and I not be the governor, and I not be the president. But the small thing where I go do for them, and I hope say they go appreciate them, and I hope say they go to continue to pray, for me and pray for everyone to make sure say, this stuff come into fruition, because at the end of the day, not them go also gain up. So we need all their support, we need all their prayers, and we need, whatever it is that they want to support us with. But most importantly, make them every day we they think about them every day, every day. Which this is the only thing that drives me on, and that's why I the company, to do what I want to do.
Good. Thank you very much. And this one another medium too will be say you will physically thank your people, who is your family member. So they now be say they don't know, they don't get to reach where you they far. So this one another medium for you to also talk to them. So when they know say you get there for mine too. So we give you this opportunity to them. When you sit there talk to them, if you get what you say you get for mine, what we say we not talk about. Now an opportunity for you to also talk about.
Yeah, like I told you before, I come from a very, very large, very, very big family. Big family, I think at some point my grandpapa then have 12 wives.
You're a footballer.
So at times, you go reach. There are some family members you reach, and there are some that are close to you. There are some that are not close to you. But those people we think say, they're not close to you, and they think say, well, and human beings at times we are very funny, but they think say I'm not gonna call him, I'm not gonna talk to him, because if I call him, he'll think say the money I need, so that is not, money is not everything, So I just want them to know, say we did think about them, we did think about them, we love them, and we actually, now that you said, we actually have our own, little family association that we just founded, that we just formed, for those in the diaspora, and the goal is to see how we can elevate the people with their house. That's what we they do, and so most people. Some people know about it, most people don't know about it. So at least now, hopefully whoever listens to this will know about it, because we have the Liberty in Diaspora. Again, the goal is to see how we'll elevate our people with their home, and those with their abroad. I thought abroad, not abroad you there, has abroad hard too, So
easy.
Yeah, so they're going to help each other, so we get them for mind.
Okay, thank you very much. So my people, as we were talking before, this one are Urban Land Magazine and TV Radio. So as we were talking for here, anybody will be say, he get this for mind, will be say, therefore EDO, will be say, want make really do something for that Benin. Not we make the also make them out, but make we put her for ground, because as we were talking before, EDO than the heartbeat of the nation. More really use that to become the heartbeat of the nation. Then they talk for even for their history say, now let two kingdom they say for this world all day. So what will be the kingdom? EDO Kingdom and United Kingdom. If another one they may talk about, but we don't say don't they. I better like with that. So we don't have to say another one don't they. So for that simple reason, we try. It's not easy, because all of us they run now. Why would they run? Because what they house. So if we make peace for us, we say people will be saying run for cause of war before everybody carry back small. Then they go back to her because peace don't they for us. So my people, when do well, we say, when I tell you listen to us for this great interview, we say we get with Dr. Nosa Liberty. For these things, we say get for mine, so make we join hands together, make we pray for them, make we put this thing for ground as he talk. Now do well,